So if this is your first time watching me, I'm Daniela Makes Things. Um and I'm a cosplayer and I like to create content, and I have been on a big journey to figure out ways to monetize myself as a cosplayer and content creator. And I have learned a lot, and I am hoping I can pass my knowledge on to you and it can help you so you don't have to figure everything out, and you can just I'll just give you everything and then you can figure out the rest from there. Much clear, much amazed. That's good. Wow, 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 wow. Oh my God, it's Easty. Hello. Hi. Thank you for popping by. I'm going to be answering some of the questions people submitted in regards to content creation. And I should look at the camera. It feels weird when I see my face and I'm not looking at the camera. I'm like, what are you looking at? Where are you looking? um, yeah. So with how do you grow your account? It's going to sound annoying because everyone I feel has heard this all the time. And a lot of the knowledge, by the way, that I've learned is from Byron, who is in the chat. Say hi, Byron, or wise one who taught me much. Key Byron saying hi. Hi. There we go. Good job. So consistency is key, and a lot has changed since I started on Instagram. Now trial reels are a really good way to grow your account, in my opinion. Hi Byron, hi Jack. um so with any social media platform, you just have to be consistent. You have to just constantly post, which is really annoying because it's tiring, and the moment you stop posting you start to lose momentum, and then there's that stress of losing followers, and then you just constantly like want to grow and worry about whether your content's doing good or not. So mindset is such a big important part of it. um I feel like people overcomplicate the content they need to post to grow. It doesn't have to be elaborate skits or crazy, intense, dramatic videos or trends or anything like that. A lot of my trial reels that have gotten me to grow really quickly are just B-roll footage from random videos taken of me at conventions or at events, and I just put text on the screen that might be relatable to someone or amusing, such as maybe I'm walking in this costume to the McDonald's, and it's like the text on screen is being a cosplayer is hard because what do you mean I have to be like this in public to get food, or some stupid thing like that. And you just keep posting that over and over again, not the same video because Instagram will be like you're spamming everyone, but you just keep doing different versions of that, and then you can add clips of different cosplays together or the one cosplay together. um you could put wholesome stuff on there, like, oh, best part about cosplay is the friends I made along the way, and people love that shit. People eat that shit up. Don't give away all the trade secrets. Yes, it's not even a secret, you've told me this. That this information is everywhere online, but don't overcomplicate it. I like to keep my cringe in trials because I know there's this fear of, it's so funny. You fear what your followers will think of you more than what the non-followers will think of you, even though it'll be pushed to more non-followers than hello Jen. Hi, these are good secrets. It'll be sorry chat, $50 each. What the hell, Byron? What is this? No, I'm not charging for information. I'm so sorry. Whoever watches the post stream is going to get mad whiplash from this. Um, but yeah, try not to overcomplicate it. And when you do a trial reel, it'll go to non-followers, which is a really good way to grow because you want people who aren't following to see your content and be like, wow, that's really cool. I'm going to hit follow. Um, but yeah, when I hit 10K for the first time last year, I didn't want to celebrate it because I was like, oh, what if I lose it? And then I got mad burnout and I did lose it. I was at like 10.5 thousand and I went down to like 9.5 thousand, maybe less. Um, and it made me feel really shit about myself because I was like, I finally made it, and then I dropped back down, and that's just because I wasn't consistent. But I also believe I wasn't ready at the time. Like I was just so obsessed with growing and for those who might have seen my Mentee B reel of me being like, I'm overwhelmed, I'm burnt out, I haven't crafted in so long, all I keep doing is posting content and it's making me depressed. You don't do what I did. Don't do that. It's not good for you. I'll be quiet now. Did you keep saying 5? My God, you're going to scare everyone away. I have dropped from 93 to 89 because I burned out and didn't post. Yeah, even Byron is the same. Like, you got to, before you obsess over content, you really have to be in a good mind, like frame of mind. Like, a lot of people don't realize how much it can impact your mental health and your self-worth when you compare yourself to others who are growing, or friends' stuff might do better than yours and you're like, what am I doing wrong? Or you might feel left out, or you just start making excuses for reasons like why things aren't going the way you want it to go. Yeah, good headspace is very important. So after I had that break and just started doing things I enjoy and started crafting again, I then found a way to just do trial reels whenever I feel like it. I like me going bold to Byron. Stop. You're not. Leave yourself alone. Oh my God. Sorry. I'm getting whiplash from the chat. Yes. I can't even remember what I said last. I think I said, I don't give myself too much pressure with posting consistently. Like, sometimes people might see me like disappear for a month, and that's okay. You don't have to be on social media as often as you might think. Like, you can have a month's break and then come back to it and then post again. But I post more to my trial reels than to my main feed because that's actually where I am getting the growth. And it's the same with TikTok and YouTube Shorts as well. So with YouTube, after I've uploaded an Instagram reel, I will then upload it to YouTube Shorts, and I always like, save, and comment my own stuff, and I add it to playlists or whatever I need to, because I think for me, for example, whenever I see there's a comment on something, I'm always curious about it, so I always tap the comments, and sometimes it encourages. I have this one hair that's annoying me, sorry. Look at it. It's whatever. And yeah, I feel like I'm curious and I'll click in it. Sometimes it entices people to comment, which is good because the more comments you keep getting, the more engagement, and that means it'll push out your content to more people. So we want engagement. That's why sometimes I'll comment multiple times on friends' posts because I want the algorithm to know that I like it. But sometimes I don't have time to comment and like everyone's stuff. I just noticed my Gojo. Sorry, oh my God. Look, he's an important part of the journey too. Anyway, no more serious time. It also makes it less scary for others to comment too. Yeah, exactly. No one wants to be the first. 100%. 100% agreed. Yeah, I feel like it definitely does help when you have comments on your own post. I know it sounds silly to like and comment on your own stuff and like your own stuff, but trust me, it makes a big difference. At least from what I've experienced. Like, this is what Byron told me, and I was like, no, that's cringe. And then I started doing it, and I'm like, oh, that actually works. So I'm going to keep doing it. To be cringe is to be free, as they say. But yeah, and then commenting on other people's stuff, liking other people's stuff, using the features of the platforms helps as well. So on TikTok, I'll post a TikTok. It's so funny. So I make my videos in edits on Instagram because Instagram really likes it when you use edits, even though the app is so annoying. It's so annoying. Even though it's really annoying, try and use it. And when you export it, you can hit download. And when you hit download, you can then upload that to all the other platforms. But after I hit download, I then upload it to Instagram. When I upload it to the other platforms, I mute the video and I select an audio that's trending on that platform. Whatever's trending on Instagram might not be trending on TikTok or on YouTube Shorts. And if you keep just using your own original audio, I believe it kind of tanks it a bit. At least with YouTube Shorts, I noticed when I started using YouTube's audio that they offer, my shorts have been doing so much better. Like, if you go back through my shorts and see the ones that say I'm the original audio, they will have nowhere near as many views as they do now. So I have found that helps a lot. So mute it, um, use an audio that's from the social media platform you're using. And again, repeat, comment, save. I know it's very tiring. I don't always do this. Sometimes I only post on Instagram and I'm like, you know what? I'll get to the other ones later. Like it's fine. I'll get to it, which is again, it's really good. Um and what is it? With sharing your content. So a lot of people I notice on Instagram, as soon as they post, they hit reshare and they add it to their story straight away. Yeah, Metrical helps a lot with cross posting, but yeah, not sponsored. I'm not affiliate with them, but unfortunately, with the scheduling for not just YouTube Studio itself, but also Metrical, you can't select an audio. I think with the TikTok scheduling you can, but with YouTube, you're better off posting on the day because you can't actually schedule a selected audio. It's really annoying. TikTok, I don't even know if you can schedule through the app. I think you can. I think you can schedule through the app, and I think through Metrical you can select the audio you want. Yeah, but Metrical is really good for cross posting. And if you haven't already, sorry, I'm kind of like bouncing. If you haven't already, please claim your username on every platform, even if you're not using it. In my opinion, it's so important. Like, this is one of the first things I ever learned. It's so important to claim your name across all platforms so people don't impersonate you, especially because you never know where this journey will take you. You never know how far you'll go. And eventually you might start posting on all those platforms, and if someone's already taken it and impersonating you and stealing all your stuff, it's not fun. It's not a fun time. And it's kind of annoying when you have to like add some numbers to your username because someone else took it. Trust these wise words. Lots of Byrons out there. Yeah. So claim your name on everything. Claim it on X, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, even if you don't stream, just claim your username on Twitch. Just claim it everywhere, and Facebook as well. I highly recommend having a Facebook page. A lot of people get scared because they're like, I don't want people to know my real first and last name, and they won't. No one can see no one can see that my personal profile is connected to my Facebook page. I mean, I have my name everywhere anyway, but have a Facebook page and then you can automatically upload your content to Facebook and you can get monetized for that. Facebook is a bit more, how do I say this, antsy, especially with the copyright stuff. Sometimes I feel like I should just manually upload to Facebook, but I haven't done that yet. So I will let you know how that goes, but you can earn money from it. So that's really cool. Yeah, auto upload everywhere. What was the other? There was something else I felt was important. Oh, the sharing thing. Don't reshare everything straight away. Like once you've posted something, don't share it anywhere, in my opinion. Don't share it. Just like it, comment on it. And then the next day I like to share it to my story. I don't know if this makes a huge difference. I just find, yeah, let it marinate. I just find this works for me. This is just what I do. I don't just share it straight away. I post it. I make sure I respond to every comment within the first like 10 minutes. Like I try and be on top of it to keep the momentum going. And the next day after I've posted it, I will add it to my story. And then the day after that, I will hit reshare. So I'm not hitting reshare and sharing to my story straight away. I'm, like Byron said, I'm letting it marinate and then I share it within the 3 days. And within those 3 days, I've already posted 2 more pieces of content. So it just like, I keep having stuff to share. I try to reshare a lot of people's stuff too because I really want people to see their stuff. And like when you think about it, a reshare basically all it does is it pushes the content out into your followers' algorithm, right? I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So it's kind of like instead of it being on their story, it's in their feed again. And if you already posted it and you hit reshare again, well, it doesn't make sense. Like you've already shared it then and there. Why reshare it? Like in my head, that's how it works. I don't know why, Byron, but I see OF and the first before it is like Chinese characters. I don't know why I see that, but I don't know. Maybe it's an emoji. I don't know. But my OBS doesn't understand what that is. Yeah, and there's like I don't know what the word is, but or if it's an emoji, but it's like kanji or something. It was an emoji from YouTube. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah. You're all good. I think I haven't integrated the emojis in here, and that's why. Yeah, that would make sense. It's a whistling cat or a. Okay. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, because I have the emotes on. I feel like I could ramble about how to grow on social media for so long. It's like such a big thing I've learned and worked on, but consistency is key. If you're going to post um regularly, try and post reels. If you can't post every day, that's fine. Try posting just once a week. Start with just once a week. And then once you're comfortable doing that across all platforms, go up to 2 times a week and then three. Um, I try and post 4 times a week, but I'm really not that consistent lately. Like if you're busy, you're busy. You can't help it. And then if you have photos, try not to just post them individually. Yes, carousels are good too. That's what I was going to go on to. Carousel posts are so important. If you're going to post photos, try not to do individual photos. Try and do multiple photos in one post because what it does is when someone scrolls past your photo, what Instagram will do is they will feed it back into your followers' algorithm with the second photo and then the third photo, and it'll keep pushing it into their algorithm until they hit like. So sometimes you might feel like you might notice this actually when you've seen a carousel post and it'll be on the second photo. You'll be like, oh, that's weird. Why didn't it start on the first one? And that's because you scrolled past it and you didn't even realize. Um, and now it's caught your attention. So that's why it's really good to have multiple photos in a post. Um, yeah, I my brain is going so fast. I stories are also really good. Again, sorry if my audio is too loud. I feel like I talk too loud sometimes. If I'm blaring your eardrums, let me know. Um, yeah, adding stuff to your stories are really good. Try and be. I feel like a lot of talking head stuff on your stories is good because it keeps people engaged all the time and it's more personal. Responding to messages is hard, but if you can do it, do it. I'm really bad at it. Everyone watching knows I'm so bad with responding to messages. I'm better on Discord because I'm working all the time. And like when you realize how much work goes into social media, you're like, oh, that's why no one ever responds to messages. It's a lot of work. Um, and yeah, I think really fun interactive stories are cool, like polls, which I know a lot of cosplayers do anyway, like which costume should I do, and left or right, or which picture's better, or these are my cos plans. Like those are really good. I like to comment on people's stories too. I just find it, I don't know, for me personally, it feels good when someone comments on my stories because it's like, oh, they liked it, and I like commenting on other people's stuff because I want them to know that I like it. Um, and also, in hindsight, it probably does good because people who might not be following you might see your comment and be curious, like, oh, who's that? And then click on you. So the more you put yourself out there everywhere, it doesn't matter how big or small the creator is that you comment on, comment. Just do it. Just do it. Um, if anyone has any questions with social media throughout this stream, please let me know. I am more than happy to ask any and all questions. So the next question was, how do you get paid work as a cosplayer? So it's really it's I was going to say it's hard, but it's also not hard. A lot of people think you need to have a really big following to get paid as a cosplayer, but that's not true. It just depends on how you want to get paid as a cosplayer. So from my experience, agencies have worked well for me with getting paid work. So there are different agencies you can apply for, like emissaries, 5x5, PR Galleria. I think Rocket Comms you could even apply for, but basically they usually have a database of creators, and when a customer needs someone for a specific job, they will go through their database and message different people and figure out who's best fit for the role. So it's not guaranteed you will get work, but it's still putting you on the radar. Another way to get paid as a cosplayer is just pitching yourself. Literally just pitching yourself to brands, businesses, like anything and anyone, even conventions. You could pitch something, but you have to think of what value you're bringing to the company and the convention itself, which is really hard because obviously we're like, well, I just look cool and I want to get paid. And it's like, well, unfortunately, that doesn't always do well with pitching. So a lot of the time, I like to pitch my ability to create content. And sometimes I will use my reach and following as proof that I can, like, I'm of value. But even when I didn't have a lot of followers, um, I'm trying to remember my first paid role, I did MC work for Smash, and it was with Jeremy from Just Because podcast, and he told me about it if I was interested in doing it with him because he didn't want to do it alone. And I was like, hell yeah. Honestly, sometimes it's just those kind of moments, like literally just getting your foot in the door. Um, in my opinion, like networking is super important because if people like you and they want to work with you, they will pitch you as well to other people. So I think knowing people, really eye-opening experience for you it was. Yeah, it was. It was so fun too. Like I really enjoyed emceeing. I shat myself a bit, but I was also like excited. Like it was like an excited poop. I don't know how to explain it. I guess it's also the vibe of the con and their metrics too. Oh, 100%. 100%. Danny learned a lot. Yes. I don't believe the money is at conventions, as funny as that might sound. Conventions a lot of the time are non-for-profit, or they don't have a big budget, or their budget is literally for the big brands like MSI or ROG or any Red Bull. So it's like you're competing with their budget that's going towards those companies. So it can be really tricky pitching yourself to conventions. At most, you can get like free flights or accommodation. Or I feel most of my paid work at conventions has been through emceeing because I'm not a volunteer and they're hiring me for my expertise. I also was paid when I did a guesting gig for Gig Markets, which was really good. Um, so it really, but it also really depends on whether something is worth your time or not. Sometimes we want to say yes just because it's an opportunity, and it's very easy to be like, yes, I just want to take everything and do everything because I'm just so excited they're asking me. But there are times when it might cost you more to actually do it. So you got to think about the travel costs, like tolls, food, petrol, parking, if you have to accommodate, if you had to buy another costume, like there's all these other expenses that go into it. And if it's going to cost you more to be there, you're going there for fun at that point and for the experience. So at the beginning of doing stuff, I was definitely doing a lot of stuff for free because I wanted to get myself out there. And sometimes I did a lot of stuff for product as well, like product was the payment. But then once you have that proof, like, look, I can do this, and it did well, pay me. A lot of the time, actual companies will pay you. Conventions, it really, again, like Jen said, it will depend on the convention itself and what they want. I'm just trying to think. Like, I would probably pitch to the for-profit conventions if you really wanted to make money, in my opinion. But we don't actually have many options in Australia when I think about it. Like, convention-wise, there's not many options. Um, yeah. I'm trying to think some other advice with getting paid work. I honestly just sent a lot of emails out. Like I would just, and I have a database of all the emails that actually respond. So when I did the Iron Lung giveaway, I did that for free because I really wanted to see the movie, to be honest. I was like, oh my God, this would be so much fun. But now I have that experience and I can say to other cinemas or even the same cinema, hey, that did really well. Would you be interested in paying me this time? And I can do more than one reel for you. But I literally sent them an email and just said, hey, I'm a cosplayer and content creator, and I would love to, do some content for your cinema and for this upcoming movie. I think it'd be really cool. And the cinema Dendi cinemas isn't as huge as like event cinemas, which I think helped a lot because they have competition with event. So the idea of using me to help push to others that they are there, I think helps a lot. So sometimes targeting the smaller companies or chains, I believe, sometimes can help a lot. But then with the Sydney Orchestra, I didn't expect them to respond at all. I was just like, hey, I am obsessed with Elden Ring. I think it'd be a really cool experience for your attendees to have cosplayers from the game itself there. Would you be interested in having like myself and some cosplayers, cosplay for your event? And the exchange was for free tickets for the event, right? Um, Again, I did that for free because I just really wanted to see the concert and I couldn't afford to actually see it. They're like $200 tickets. So, again, that was something for fun for me. Like, I just wanted to do that for fun. But then I obviously got other cosplayers and said, hey, it's not paid, but would you be interested in seeing this event for free and cosplaying for it? And they were down, and now they have that experience as well. But having that on your portfolio, like I did work for the Sydney Symphony Orchestra, is really cool. And they treated us really well. They gave us merch for free and they gave us a dressing room, which was really cool. And the staff were lovely. But yeah, honestly, I always just say shoot your shot. Just shoot your shot. I can't speak English properly. Shoot your shot and have the audacity to ask, but be within reason sometimes. Yeah, never work for free. But I also understand initially sometimes people might need to work for free. It really depends. Like, I feel like it helps if you know people. If you know people who are willing to pay you, um, even if whether you're big or small or have experience or not, then awesome. But if you're like completely new and you know no one and you're like, what do I do? I just do product payment sometimes if it's something I was going to buy. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it's like, actually, I want, like with Creality, I wasn't paid for Creality. My payment was the 3D printer and all the filament. And I was just so excited to get a free 3D printer. I was like, heck yeah, like that's fine. That's fine with me. If an NFP can afford to pay people, then any other con can. Oh, 100%. 100%. There are a lot of not-for-profit organizations that have still been able to pay people because they not everything is volunteer. Like they do have to pay people to be there sometimes, and if they can pay them, they can pay you as well. Literally every con in Oz could afford to pay their cosplays if they valued it. Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree. It's it is hard, and I will say it can be competitive because there's a lot of us cosplayers who all want this role. So I feel like being unique and bringing something of value to the con, because like when I think about it, conventions, they're there to make money, right? Like obviously they want you to have a great experience, but they need to make profit and they need to make money. So think, how can I make this convention money? How can I pitch myself in a way that would be of value to them and make the experience for attendees better and make them want to come back next year? And I know we all say, cosplayers are a big part of conventions, and I agree. Like we're a spectacle, like, families and kids, they're like, "Oh my God, it's Spider-Man. Oh my God, it's Cinderella." And they go crazy and they love it. They like seeing it's like Disneyland, but no one's paid. It's like Disneyland, but no one's paid. So I do get that cosplayers, we bring a lot of value to conventions, but um the value that a lot of the time I feel conventions are getting out of more is where the money's coming from, and businesses are going to be focusing on the money more than the like spectacles, in my opinion. I'm not like, this is just from my perspective, okay? I don't know this with 100% certainty, but I think about how a lot of these people, obviously they're trying to make money, right? And that's how I'm coming up with these speculations in my brain. But, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, anyone, either here live or, you know, in the comments section when it's posted. But yeah, getting paid as a cosplayer can be hard. I found I got paid more with SanDisk and with ROG. So ROG were great. They were amazing. They were so hospitable. They fed me. They made sure that I had water and drinks. One of the staff grabbed me a coffee. Um, and a lot of the time they'll just be like, "How much do you want to be paid?" And I definitely undersold myself. I think I charged I think it was 1,200 for 2 8-hour days in cosplay. It was so tiring because you're standing there constantly smiling, like you can't stop smiling. You can't just be like, I'm gonna go now, I'm gonna go. No, you keep smiling and you don't stop. And my cheeks were so sore. um but that was me underselling myself. That was my first time doing one of those in-person gigs as a cosplayer, and I didn't realize how much time and effort and energy went into it. It was exhausting. And I know in future ROG would definitely be so hospitable and open to, negotiating or higher revenues, like higher pitches, if that makes sense. They're good people. You just get that vibe. They're good vibes. So I think I know that, and I know that probably sounds crazy. Like most cosplayers would be like, "What do you mean that's not enough?" It's not. You think about how much time and effort goes into it. Even a token payment to reimburse travel, etc., is better than nothing. Oh, 100%. 100%. So certain events, if they ask me to come and like they're asking me to come for free, I usually will be like, can you at least pay for my travel costs? Because like I don't live close to the city. So tolls, parking, petrol, it costs a lot for us. So I'm always asking, can you at least pay for my travel so that, it's not putting me out of pocket. Um, if you're in the same position for a convention, like let's just say you're judging or guesting at a convention, but they're not willing to pay you, you are more than, I feel there's no problem with asking for them to at least pay for your travel costs. Time is worth money. Yes, exactly. 100% time is worth money. So ask if they can at least pay for travel, or if they can at least pay for food or water, like the bare minimum. The bare minimum. And it's okay to turn down a an offer. Like I have turned down offers before because I'm either busy, I'm tired, I have other priorities, it's not worth my time, um, or I'm like the establishment can't afford my rates. And I feel like I don't even charge a lot for for myself. Like Byron all the time is like, that's so low, what the hell? And I'm like, yeah, but I don't know, I feel bad. And it's like, well, stop feeling bad because you're working. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, I am working. It's like imagine going to your 9 to 5 and being like, oh, instead of 30 now, you can pay me 25 because I feel bad. Like it make no sense. It making no sense, right? It's the same with cosplay. Um, but again, I believe if there's a certain company you really love, I would just talk about them a lot in your social media as well. So let's just say you wanted to work for Blizzard. I would be pumping out Blizzard content and cosplays so much so that they notice me. And then I would pitch to them and be like, hey, look at all of this stuff I've created for you. I love you guys so much. Can I please come to BlizzCon? Please pay me to come to BlizzCon. Um, I know that's a very weird example, but if they can see that you are passionate about their products and who they are and their business, I feel like that makes a huge difference. Um, and it was the same with when I've worked for other game companies, when I like nerd out over the specs and I'm like, wow, this is so pretty, or I like this setup, or this is really cool. People like it. And be yourself too. Sometimes people have a stick up their ass, I feel, when they talk to people that they see as powerful or better than them or elite. And it's like, no, they're humans. Like, they're all humans. Obviously, be respectful. Senpai notice me. Yeah, there's a lot of senpai notice me's out there. Um, I have found a lot of companies and business owners have come back to me or spoken to me or messaged me because I wasn't just like, do you know how good I am? Would you ever, like, can you hire me? Like, please, you're amazing. Oh my God. Like, I just act normal. I'm my goofy self. You show your value first and it gives you more chance with the companies you like. Yes, exactly. 100%. If all you post is Genshin Impact, I don't think Blizzard is going to want to hire you because all you're posting is Genshin Impact. They think you're just there to use them. It's kind of like, I don't know. How do I explain this in the sense of someone using a cosplayer? Byron, do you have a good example? I feel like people get the point anyway. Chances are they will notice if you're doing a good job. 100%. 100%. Sometimes I won't even have a long conversation with people like the owners or directors of companies at events. I will just go up to them before I leave and be like, "You did such a great job. Thank you for that experience. It was really cool." And then I'll be like, "I'm Daniela, by the way. It's nice to meet you," and I'll shake their hand. And it's just that interaction that's a big difference. Not many people do that. Not many people will go up to these people and introduce themselves. They're not going to remember you. There was like 50 people there. Um, What's the question? The power of weak ties. Yeah, weak ties. Yes. This is why I do not like conventions reaching out to the community for guests/judges to promo for free, essentially. No hate to cosplayers who take these offers up to get their names out there, of course. Yeah, 100%. I have thankfully not had the experience of judging or guesting for free. Like, Geek Markets was my first and last guest judge experience, and they paid me. And they're a small con. Like, they were willing to pay me. If any other con that is bigger than them isn't willing to pay you, there's something wrong there. Just saying. Like, they were so lovely. Because a lot of the time these opportunities are not paid. Yeah. Props to them. Yeah, they were really good. It's like creator programs. I say as I do them. I only apply as I don't do anything I wasn't already doing. Word. Yes, I am I'm at the point now where I don't want to do creator work for a while. Like, I don't want to do creator programs anymore, only because, like, it really depends on the convention, right? If I really want to create content for them, then I'll apply as a creator. But if I would prefer to work for them and get paid to go there, then I will prioritize that. Creator programs are good portfolio items. Oh, 100%. But do them if you're doing it anyway. Yeah, 100%. So if you're starting out, I do believe getting on the creator programs is a great way to get yourself out there and to show, hey, I am being asked to do content for this event, and this is the content I did for the event. In saying that, though, in my opinion, posting photos from the event and it only says later on in the caption that you went there and saying that that's your creator work, I don't think will do very well unless there's like a watermark that has the convention logo there, like faded, like a low opacity watermark. In my opinion, it doesn't tell me anything about the convention or that you went there. But do them if you're doing it anyway. Now you're diving into what it means to be a creator, in my opinion. Yeah. We got off topic. We went from paid to creator work. I mean, being a creator, I feel like is on the path to getting paid, though. But I feel like I don't know, if you're a creator for a con, you should be posting in the lead up. Yeah, and creating content at the con. I do believe that creating content leading up to the event actually benefits the convention more than posting it afterwards. Only because from my experience, when I've seen people post content about a con afterwards, by the time the con comes around, I've already forgotten about it. Like, I've already forgotten that it happened. I forgot that it's going to happen or that it's happening. You're a content creator all the time because you are a creator for yourself, not a creator for a con. Yes, exactly. Unless you're starting out and maybe you're like, I don't know how to do this creator stuff. How do I create? Hello, Adora. Hi. Thank you for coming. It's so funny. A lot of the people in this chat are actually really great creators and create really good content for conventions and themselves. The secret is to always be creating. All in all, though, any content is better than no content. Oh, 100%. Everything is content. Yes. Yes. I think, like, I believe, do your content creator thing however you want to do it. But I believe in, this is just my opinion. Okay. Don't hurt me. But if you can create content for a convention that really stands out, there are chances they will remember you and they might want to hire you. In my opinion, that is not guaranteed, but It's an opinion. Yes, it's an opinion. Like, for example, there are so many creators a lot of the time, right? And if I end up, let's just say you're running a convention. Put yourself in the convention's shoes, right? And you want to hire a content creator for something. Like you want to pay someone now, and you're going through all the content, and someone stands out. Someone has done something different that really aligns with you. Get a chat, cancel her joke. I love you, baby. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, I'll stop. Get her. Oh no, don't do that. I'm a little psycho. But no, serious. I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm locked the fuck in. I'm locked in. Every time my girls are in the chat, I'm just flirting with them. Serious time. Yep. Serious time. I feel like it's important to make yourself stand out if you want to do paid work. And how to stand. Oh no, it did it again. Guys, no. This is so cursed. Why? Hey, it lasted pretty long this time. It lasted pretty long. Always on display. Never mind. Where's my thing? So I have this problem, guys, where hi. I have this problem. My phone keeps automatically locking. I'm using my phone's camera because I think it looks better, but it's... Are you streaming your phone? Yeah, I am. Don't judge me, okay? I thought I looked better with it. So, because my webcam is dog poo-poo. Hang on. You're just going to have to... It's going to sit right there. Just sit. Sit tight. Sit tight. Oh, yes. Okay. Oh, man, I'm way off. Gojo, come back. Did I fix it? I think I fixed it. Nope. Okay. We Gucci. It's been 30 minutes. Whoopsie. Yeah. I like how you remembered, Jen. It's better quality. IRL stream now. Take the phone outside while in Spidey. Oh my god, no. I'm not going to dox myself. You want me to get stalked? Yeah, it's fixed now. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I feel like if you want to get paid, it's important to stand out. If you're starting out as a creator, like a content creator, think of content that'll make you stand out. I think how do I explain it? I don't know, do something fun. Why not just put yourself out there and do something crazy fun? Like, I don't know, do a would you rather thing with cosplayers and just post that as content. Be like, we're at Oz Comic Con and we're going to do a would you rather with the people around here or something, and then just go for it. Like fun. Yeah, fun, Byron. Something that is foreign to you. Keep your fun to yourself. I knew you were going to say that. See, I know you too well. I know you too well. F is for friends who do stuff together. Okay, I'll stop. But yeah, okay, getting paid, literally make yourself stand out. If you love a company or a business or a game, keep creating content for them. Keep talking about them. I think Aldermone's a good example. She's obsessed with Final Fantasy, and she has now done some work for Square Enix. Like, that's just how it goes. You just keep going. Hello, Ali. Thank you for popping by. Al is the GOAT. Yeah, she's very good, very consistent, does a lot of great convention recaps and work for conventions in general. But a lot of people know her because she's made herself stand out. You know, like she's done things a lot of people didn't do. And she's quick with it. Like, for example, I try really hard if I've been hired for an event to post on the day. When I did the Miku Rog thing, they wanted posts on the day that I worked. I had to make sure everything was done and posted on the day. I'm excited for this weekend. Hell yeah! I'm excited too. I forgot what this weekend is it? Are you just happy for the weekend in general? Or is there something on that I forgot about? There's probably something on that I forgot about. But basically, yeah, make yourself stand out. Keep talking about it and keep applying. Have the audacity to just email. Honestly, just dig for emails. If there's an event you want to go to or an experience you want to be involved in or a screening of something you want to see, just email everyone involved with it and say, hey, I'm a cosplayer. I would love to cosplay for this. I'm crunching for Comic Con. Oh, yes. Yes, that's right. Melbourne, right? Melbourne Oz Comic Con's on. Hell yeah. That's so exciting. I'm so sad that I can't go because I'm in Sydney. Is it Oz Comic Con Melbourne? I think it is. I think the other one already passed. The Adelaide passed. If you have questions about, like, if you have more questions about how to get paid as a cosplayer, please let me know if there's anything specific. It is a bit tricky because a lot of time people wait. The first day is on my birthday. Okay, I gotta remember to wish you a happy birthday. If I don't, happy birthday in advance because I have the brain of a goldfish and I will forget. Like I love it when people put those countdowns on their stories for their birthdays because I'm like, yes, remind me. Remind me, Instagram, please. I will forget. Um, so happy birthday for the future if I forget. If you have any more questions about paid work as a cosplayer, again, it's a bit tricky. You can't just expect people to message you and be like, "Hey, I want to pay you." It's not how it works. And a lot of the time, like for example, let's just say you went to the shops and you said, "How much is this?" and they said it's for free. You're not going to be like, "Oh, hell no, take $50. Take all my money." No. Why would you do that? You don't want to spend $50. You want the free food. It's the same for work. If someone's like, "Oh, can you come to this event?" and you're like, "Yeah, I'll do it for free." They're like, "Oh, sweet. They're doing it for free. I thought I was going to have to pay $3,000, but awesome, it's free." They're not going to say, "No, no, no, please let me pay you the dollary dues." It's just not how it works. And I know it sounds bad, but if you don't ask, it's not going to happen. So you got to ask. I know it sucks. It really sucks. I hate it. I'm always like, "Byron, help. I don't want to ask for money." I'm crunching out a costume for the weekend too. Oh my God, let's go, guys. Oh, wait. That's for the Naruto thing, right? I forgot the Naruto thing's on the weekend as well and Comic-Con. Heck yeah, so exciting. By the way, guys, I don't know if Jen is still doing it, but they were working on a Orochimaru and I can't wait to see it if they still are. Ah, so exciting. So damn exciting. Oh my God. I keep getting distracted. I'm so bad. How do I charge? Oh, that's a good, what do they call it? Stegway? Is that the word? I think that's the word. After segue. Byron just corrected me. He's like, "You need segue." I was like, "Yeah, segue." I don't know why I said steg. Anyway, English, guys. Um, I hate charging. I really hate it. Only because at first it's really tricky to figure out how much to charge. And in my opinion, it really depends on the company, and what they're asking of you. And if it's a convention, how long they want it. Because certain companies will have more money than others, right? Quack, quack, quack. Um, sorry, I just saw the ducks. Certain companies will have more money than others. Oh, did it? Oh, shit. It's reconnecting. Ah, reconnection successful, I think. Okay, the internet went poo poo. Wait, does that mean I need to fix my camera again? No. Oh, that's good. Wait, what the helly? You know what? Maybe I'll just keep my phone down here. Sorry, guys. It doesn't like me. The internet was like, how about no? Oh shit. Okay, it's working now. Heck yeah. Hi. Maybe I should just keep you down here because it's like really hard to keep moving it up and down. Bombastic side eye. Criminally offensive side eye. Australian Wi-Fi moment. Yeah, that was not bueno. Apparently we're getting an upgrade though. I'm very excited for that. We back, baby. I don't remember what I was saying. I think I was talking about how much I charged. Yeah. So one company, they offered me 600 per reel, but they were a bigger company. And I was like, hell yeah, I'll do that. And I think it was 4 reels. Sorry, this is gonna trip you guys out for a moment. Let me just put you still so you don't get phone sick. I'ma call it. We don't want chat to get ah don't want chat to get phone sick, guys. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Okay, we back. Yeah, which was awesome. But would a convention pay me that? Probably not. It really depends on the con though. Maybe they would. I haven't asked. There are some things I just haven't asked for. But I feel like the more work you do, the more you will start charging for your work. Does that make sense? For MC work, when I did MC work for Synology, just for the one day, I was paid, I believe it was $900. Um, and I can't remember how many hours it was. I don't really feel like it was that many hours, but it was still tiring. Like I was flown in to Melbourne, so and then I had to fly back. This was the day before Anamaga, so I was a zombie. But anyway, so yeah, that was 900 just for that like a few hours in Melbourne, but that was a big tech company, right? That was a big tech company and I barely spoke. Like I did speak. I was like, "Up next, blah blah blah." That was it. That's all they wanted me to do. Um so it was really good, but again, it depends. Like it really does depend on the company and their budget. And Byron has taught me to shoot high, but not unrealistically high. Like let's just say a convention wants you to MC and you're like $20,000, please. They're just not going to respond to you. They probably block you. That's a joke, but like that's crazy, right? That's a crazy amount. But let's just say you've heard people normally charge $500 for something. Try and charge 700 or 1,000, and it gives room for negotiating. Because if they're like, "Oh, we can't do 1,000, but we can do 850," well, that's a lot more than 500, isn't it? So that's usually my advice and something Byron's told me. I'm basically saying Byron a lot. Everything I've learned, a lot of it's from Byron and experience and figuring it out together. And he used to work in sales, so that's why it's helped me a lot. Um, Understanding sales helps a lot. I'm better at the face of things and talking and getting to know people and being like, "Hi." But when it comes to asking for things, I'm really bad because I feel guilty. It's really bad. If you're one of those people that feels guilty asking for things, it will be a struggle for you. But feel free to message me or Byron anytime, by the way. Like, if you ever get an opportunity and you're like, "Oh, what should I do? Should I charge for this? How much should I charge?" You know, we've had friends ask us before, and helped a lot of friends get some gigs, and they've just been like, "Oh, they're offering me this. How much should I charge per hour? How much should I charge for this?" And a lot of the time they'll come back to us and be like, "Holy shit, they said yes." And we're like, "You should have asked for more. Damn it." No. But like, you know what I mean? Like a lot of the time these people are more than happy to pay, and they understand it costs money. There are some crazy amounts creators charge out there, by the way. Like I've seen some insane prices that, you know, get your bag. You know, they want the people who can afford it. Um, but I remember hearing advice of Byron will probably word it better than me, but it was if someone is trying to negotiate below your minimum, they're not your person. Like if you had a customer, yes, food at cons. Food at cons being paid for would be great, especially in general. But it also is so expensive. So let's just say I forgot what I was saying. My brain pooped because I saw food. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kinda hungry. Byron, what was I talking about? Not every client is your ideal client. Yeah, thank you, Byron. That's right. So, let's just say you're selling an artwork for $50 and a customer's like, oh, I only have $20. Can you give it to me for $20? They're not your client. Like, you don't want those customers. You want the people who are willing to pay the money for your hard work. And I believe it's the same with cosplay. You don't have to say yes. Yeah, exactly. You don't have to say yes. If anything, there's nothing wrong with standing your ground and being like, oh, sorry, it just cost me too much. Byron's still typing. Knowing your value is crucial to avoiding burnout. Yes. Holy shit, yes. Please know your burnout. But again, happy to answer. This is just stuff I've learned. I still have a long way to go. I wouldn't say I'm a professional. Like, I have learned a lot. I'm getting more paid work. I'm valuing myself more and I'm getting paid more and there's more opportunities coming my way, but there's still like a long way to go. And I am still finding a good way to like make it more, what's the word, like livable, like easier to do. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, what do you charge will really depend on what you're doing. I wouldn't go below $500 for any work in cosplay. Like, even 500 is pretty low. If it's a small convention and they're like, we can pay you 500 to guest, and it's not interstate and you don't have to pay to fly there. Like, let's just say you're in Sydney and they, a small con wants you to guest at their con and it's local for you. It's not going to be a hassle and they're willing to pay you 500. That is like the bare minimum. And if you want to support them, like, it's more of a goodwill at that point, right? You want to support them. 500 minimum, in my opinion. But that's just me. I know there's a lot of ifs and buts in that regard, though. I think it's also the value cost and how that you feel valued for these gigs. I'm worth 1K. Yeah, 100%. I also would feel the same. Like, I wouldn't, for normal events, I usually would charge 1,000 or 1,200. It really depends. Now Byron, what are you guessing at? Now 1 million. If it cost us $1 million to appear somewhere, we will probably be at the level of Stanley. Lol. What was the next question? How do you balance doing things for free, exposure, free stuff versus getting paid for services? That is a good question. So, I think Jen actually asked this question, if I'm not mistaken. Jen has a lot of experience, in my opinion, as not just a cosplayer, but a competitor and a judge as well. So in my opinion, Jen is more than in the position to pitch to be paid if they haven't been paid yet for those roles they've already done. If you've already done it for free once, I would say you should start charging for it in future. Like, you can say, look, I did this, I did a good job. I have good feedback from the convention. I now cost money, in my opinion. I post content. Yes. And I advertise. Yeah. If you're ticking all the boxes that they, like, all the requirements, and you have proof that, hey, I've guested, I've judged, I've created videos, I've got my photos, like, you have like that professionalism about you. Pitch yourself. More value. Yes, 100%. The only time I would be doing things for free for exposure is if I am starting at the bottom. So if I'm new to cosplay, you know what I mean? I would be doing things for free and just to get myself out there. But obviously, if a bigger company, even if I started, like, even like, let's just say I had some, like, my little underling, right? And they're like, oh my God, Riot just reached out to me, but I'm so new to cosplay and they want me to cosplay for their event. I would say, okay, this is how much you're charging. Like, pitch this price. Like, just try. Because, companies like Riot do pay their cosplayers. A lot of these companies do pay their cosplayers. So they're willing to spend money on cosplayers. The worst that can happen is they say no. Yeah, legit. And then you can be like, okay, well, I still want to do it or I don't want to do it. And that's fine. Being told no doesn't mean you don't get the role. Um, but yeah, I think I struggled with when I was pitching. I'd be like, oh, I'm open to negotiating though, or it's okay if you can't. Like, I totally understand. Don't say that. Don't say that. I used to say that a lot. I like, Byron's like, stop saying that. Just say, oh, I would charge $1,000 and leave it at that. Just leave it at that. And it's up to them whether to say, are you open to negotiating? Yeah, no more. I talk too much because I get when I'm nervous. I speak too much. Like, shut up, Daniela. Stop talking. Stop talking. Stop. Don't say, oh, I want this much, but I'll do it for free because I still want to go. Don't say that. Let them fill the void. Yes. You also will find yourself more in control of the conversation. I feel like you feel more. I don't know. It feels like it's more in your hands than theirs, which is weird because it's not. But it just feels like that. They who speak first lose. Yes. That's a big sales tactic, right? So the Naruto thing actually is also a good example of free/exposure/free food and stuff. Free food, free stuff. I mean, we got free food, but I got distracted. Talk less, smile more. Yes, V. Oh my God. Hi, V. My Shayla. Oh my God. Hello. So the Naruto thing is a good example of this. The Hakata Gensuke ramen place reached out to a lot of cosplayers to cosplay for the opening of their ramen shop. And I was more than happy to do this for free because I absolutely love Naruto. And all I had to do was rock up in cosplay, do one post about it, and that was it. Right? I just had to cosplay, do one post, and get free food. And I was like, oh my God, yes, I was more than happy to do that for free because I didn't feel like it was a waste of time. I would have gone anyway. I would have loved the experience anyway, which I did. I absolutely loved it. And I just, I don't know, I just didn't feel the need to charge for it. Sometimes I don't want to go to things for work like that. I went to for fun and it was so much fun. Like I made my costume. I pooped it out and I was so happy in it because I love Naruto so much. And I thoroughly enjoyed the food there. They probably did pay some creators to be there, like that had a huge following, right? Like hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of followers. They would have potentially paid to do content because they want more people to come. But I just wanted to go for fun. So that's an example of exposure and free stuff, right? Like I could have easily charged, but I was more than happy to go for free. And also, I don't believe I've actually done like a collab/content for a food place before. Moen, oh my God, hello. Is experience ever a consideration in your dealings, i.e., getting a chance to gain experience in certain things you can't get anywhere else? Yes. So that's kind of what I was about to talk about. I've never done content for a food place before. So I thought, oh, this is actually really cool to add to my portfolio. Now, if there's any like cosplay collaborations, oh, not cosplay collaborations, if there's any food joints that want cosplayers, I have proof now that I cosplayed for a food place and it did well and the food place liked it. So if there's any other places in future that want to hire me to be there, I can be like, I've done it for free. I'm not going to say that, but I'll be like, okay, I'm happy to do it for you, but I'll be charging this amount. But is experience ever consideration in your dealings? Getting chance to gain experience certain things you can't get anywhere else? I would say yes. Adding to the portfolio is another feather to add to your cap. 100%. So gaining experience is so important to me. Obviously, when you're starting out, it's very important. Sorry, my brain fried. Sometimes I like talk before my brain finishes thinking of what I'm meant to say. And I'm like, wait, what was I saying? Be patient with me, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to explain this as best I can. But when I'm starting out, the experience alone is so important. I want my portfolio to look good. I want there to be a long list of companies and brands and conventions that I've worked with. Adding to the portfolio is another. Yeah, this stream is also an experience. Leveling up. Hell yeah, let's go. That is true. I've never done a stream like this before. So, um, yeah, when I first started out, I was doing free work for conventions all the time because I loved it and it was really exciting. You know, when you're new to it too, it's like, oh my gosh, I have been selected to represent that company or that convention. That's really special and important. And something I feel people forget, you are representing a business. You got to take that into consideration when you are being a creator. There are certain, like, if it's a family friendly event, and you are representing the convention, you have to be family friendly with your content, in my opinion. I don't believe the convention will want to hire you again if they feel like kids are going to see you doing something not family friendly. But if the con is like, you know, go crazy, do whatever you want, like PAX and AvCon, AvCon's half. PAX is like, you know, it doesn't have to be family friendly. Like it's open casket, obviously, to a degree. I feel like every business doesn't want you to be super vulgar and naughty, as they put it. So I feel like that's a big thing to take into consideration. Do you ever alter what you ask for depending on the event? A new small fan event wanting to get a cosplayer but don't have resources versus us Comic Con Nova. Yes. So I have been reached out to by small conventions, and a lot of the time I just will ask what their budget is, or I'll be like, oh, I'll go, but I need to be compensated. And if they say, look, I only have like a $5,000 budget, I'll be like, okay, I'm not going to steal your money. That feels like I'm robbing from charity at that point. And I'll be like, okay, I will go. But again, like I said earlier, can you at least pay for my travel costs? Because travel is the biggest expense for me. Travel is the biggest expense for me. And if my travel can be covered, I am willing to go, because then I'm not paying for anything at all to be there. Like I'm there and I'm happy to do the work, but I'm not paying for the ticket and I'm not paying to travel. Because that is a big, like, why should I go to, like, it's kind of like, why should I go to your convention and do work for you, but I have to pay like $500 plus potentially just to be there? You know, it doesn't feel like an equivalent exchange. It doesn't feel like you're getting value from it. But that also can depend on your experience as a cosplayer and what value you have to offer. Like if you're a baby cosplayer and you have 2 followers, maybe, I don't know, you're not going to necessarily have a huge audience to put your content out to. But that's not to say don't pitch yourself. I always believe you should pitch yourself, or at least have something. Yep, definitely, but there's a baseline. Yeah, relationship goes a long way with the negotiations too. Oh, 100%. 100%. Like if I have a good relationship with someone, sometimes I'll do extra things because I really like them. Afternoon, just pop in to say hi. Oh, hi, Phil. Hi, hearts. We miss you. A wild Phil appeared. Always need to provide fair value. Yes, 100%. That's why there are certain things I will tell other cosplayers too when I've worked for events, such as when I've worked for Smash. The team, they take very good care of you. At least as an MC, I was very well taken care of. I had food. I was fed, watered. I had a space that I could retreat to. So there were staff rooms, which I find very important when you're working, like having a space where you can just sit down and it's private and it's not noisy and you can eat in peace, especially when you're working, helps a lot. TGX has their creator room, but that is still very noisy and there's like every creator like in there, so it can be a bit overwhelming, but it's still kind of a place where you can retreat to so that you don't have people trying to take photos of you while you're trying to relax. So I feel like, you know, value can come in other ways aside from money if the convention can't afford it, such as, like I said, food, water, parking, travel, tolls, petrol, a space, a private area like dressing rooms, water stations, anything that can help you do your job better. I was literally thinking about this the other night as well. I was like, it'd be really cool if conventions had more like spaces for creators to do content for them. But I know that conventions aren't for creators, but I just imagine like little setups with tripods and ring lights where creators could film silly little TikToks and stuff. Like that would be so fun, because even cosplayers who don't want to make a business out of this still love doing TikToks, like, and silly little dance videos. Like, you think about it, we're very performative. You know, it makes sense. A lot of us were probably drama kids or very dramatic in general. Like, we love dressing up, we love being theatrical, and having a space to easily do that and have people help with that is just so fun to me, with cool backdrops drops and stuff. But anyway, that's another part. That's like another thing. But yes, if it's a small event, I am always willing to help. Like, I actually love supporting small conventions because I really want them to grow, and I want Australia to have more conventions. We don't have a lot. Like, when I did the podcast with Jeremy and Toxic, she runs conventions in America, in Florida, and they have a convention like every weekend. And I was like, what? What do you mean? And Italy is even more crazy. They have so many conventions, like often, very often. We have one every few months, if that. And a lot of the time, the few months is in different states. I can't say that there's, like, I can count how many cons are in Sydney on my hand, you know? Um, what did you say? Definitely need more spaces for creator and de-stress. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I know there are quiet rooms, but I don't know about anyone else. I can never find them. But maybe there's a point. Maybe you can't find them so that people don't just go in there and be noisy. But I think a creator room would be really cool. That is for creating content. Or it doesn't even have to be a creative room. I think it would be cool just to have a space for people to create content for fun. It can be out in the public, like in the event hall. Yeah, I think just equal exchange of value is super important. I love supporting small cons, but I think if I can't be paid, I would at least like my travel expenses paid. So the next question is, do you financially support yourself outside of cosplay and social media? Yes and no. It's a bit of a hard one. So I have some advice with this. If you're going to do this full time, especially if you're young, take advantage of living with your parents. That's all I'm going to say. Because once you start renting, it is so hard to do this full time. If you're going to move out, I would suggest moving in with other people instead of being alone, because rent can be split between you all and it'll be so much cheaper. So much cheaper. And if you're in Sydney, you would know how expensive rent is here. So if you can utilize either living with lots of people to split the expenses of living, the cost of living, which sounds crazy. You have to pay to live, guys. But what if I don't like people? Well, that's awkward because I'm people, Byron. Fuck you. No, I'm joking. Or live with your parents, because a lot of the time your parents are more than happy to support you. But I'm people. Yeah, see, Byron, you're hurting Phil's feelings too, demonetized. I already selected it's not for kids, so that's the first time I've swore. You don't like me? Byron, I can't continue until Byron apologizes. Sorry, everyone. That's better. Thank you, Byron. He's just dramatic. I call him Sasuke because he's so edgy for not liking you. Oh my God. Wow. Yes, so I would utilize living with your parents. And then in Australia, so there are different ways to get financial aid if you're not working, for example. If you're not working full time and you need financial aid, yes, there is Centrelink, Job Seeker specifically, but once you've applied for Job Seeker, you can do what's called it's an income for small businesses, and basically you get into it through Job Seeker, and you will be paid a lot more than what Job Seeker pays you, first of all, but they will financially support you. Self-employed assistance, that's it. Thank you, Byron. Self-employed assistance, it's for when you're trying to start your own small business. and they will support you, but you got start making money in 12 months. Yes. So you have to make money in 12 months or they stop your payments. But self-employed assistance, basically you do a course and it sets you up for running your own business. So they will teach you about like insurance and taxes and ABN and having a business plan and all those sorts of things, because they want to set you up for success. And when you finish that course, I'm back. I had a meeting. That's okay. Welcome back, Adora. We love you. Once you finish that course for the self-employed assistance, then you have to start making money and apply what they've asked of you. They want to stop supporting you because you're supporting yourself. Yes, exactly. They want you to be financially stable on your own. So I feel like the best part about the self-employed assistance is that you get to have calls with the teachers who will brainstorm your business ideas and tell you and give you other ideas that might work better, or question it. And really, they're not like yes men, right? So they will ask the important questions like, how are you going to afford this? How are you going to make this? What are you going to charge? Like they try to set you up for success. Outside of that, you can also get rent assist on top of that, which helps a lot. So self-employed assistance and rent assist. It's free mentorship. Yeah, basically, it's a free mentorship. So apply for that if you end up moving out and renting with your friends. It helps so much. Or if you're living with your family. Again, utilize living with your family. But it's not a long-term solution. No, by no means is it a long-term solution, but it definitely helps if you decided to randomly quit your job. If you're living with your parents, then there's less stress. But if you're renting, it can be very scary. Right? Because once that's gone, it's like, okay, I have no money. I need to make money. If you want to do this full time and you don't want to do the Centrelink self-employed assistance, I'd recommend at least getting like a casual job then to help out. You can also just have a job while you're doing it. Word. Yeah, 100%. It really depends on your schedule and how often you want to be working on it. So, because it does take a lot of time. And ask anyone in the chat who works full time, 9 to 5, gets home, last thing they want to do is bloody film a reel, right? The last thing they want to do is make content. The last thing you want to do is work on anything else. You want to go to bed, hustle and grind. But a lot of the time they push themselves and will still do it. Adora is a great example of, working 9 to 5 and then streaming and then making costumes and then being DM for D&D. I don't know how she does it, but she does it. But that's because she loves it and she's passionate, right? So you can do it and it is doable, but it can be hard. I couldn't do it. I struggled so hard. But again, if you are self-employed, you have to really hustle for paid work. I'm on the verge of death all the time. Yeah. Tara. Legit 45 minutes a night is all I could do. Yeah. See, everyone gets it, right? You really have to be hustling, right? If you're self-employed, you have to be pitching constantly to everyone. And even then, I don't feel it is as sustainable as having an actual job. 45 minutes adds up when you do it 365. That is true. I'm assuming you're talking about the days in the year. It does add up. So it is really hard. So it's not very sustainable in my opinion. If you want to work for yourself, you need to have other sources of income. So you can't put all your eggs in one basket. I know some people will do OnlyFans and other people will sell patterns on Etsy or have 3D printing or commissions. Things like that really help. Or streaming is also good. Now I was talking about ants on a string. Okay. I put chicken in the oven for 35 minutes. Work on cosplay for that 35 minutes. That's so good. I'm the same, actually. Not gonna lie, if I'm hungry and I need to cook food, I'll be like, oh, that means I get 35 more minutes extra to work on my costume. And then I'll have more work done. And then I can go eat. And that's my reward. So I definitely get that. I do love chicken too, Byron. It's so good. Yeah, we multitasking up in here. Crafting, then you get a treat. 100%. Sometimes no treat, just craft. then 10 hours, and oh no, feel sick. Why feel sick? Oh, cause no eat. And Byron come upstairs and be like, dinner? Me no here, Byron. Me keep crafting. Byron worry. Dead. Yeah. 8 to 4, 1 hour gym, dinner, and game dailies, and then crafting and sleep. Oh my god. You eat foam dust, that's enough. That's true. I don't know the nutritional value of foam dust, but I'm sure it's not zero. The treat is the fact it's finished. 100%. The treat is that I did some work. Chicken and Chucky Pro Shake as reward. Oh my god. Yes, Byron loves his Chucky protein shakes too. Don't you, Byron? He's nodding. It's so funny. I don't know if you guys can hear him typing. Yes, good job. But he's like typing across the room. Yum. That is a good combo. Um, I forgot what I was talking about. I got so distracted about how we don't have time. Right. There's no fucking time. Oh, sweet. Can't hear typing. Money. Yes. What sucks about being a free. I don't know if you heard that, but he deliberately tried to type fast, like loud, because he wants to be annoying. Did you hear that? Yeah, you, you little shit. I hear type louder. No, you guys are a bad influence. Let's go. Oh my god, Byron. You're gonna get like YouTube is gonna flag you for spam. And it's not my fault. Banned. No, don't ban Byron. Oh my gosh. Nice. He's like the cat, honestly. He doesn't like to believe that he's like the cat, but he is. He's literally like tofu. I love the ASMR. How did I drop to 3? It's because you spammed. Byron's not very happy that he has a 3 instead of a 1. You got to get better, Byron. Yeah, with time and posting. So, yeah, what I was going to say was the thing that sucks about being an influencer in Australia is that you don't get paid. The only social media app that will pay you for posting content is YouTube. And that is after you hit a certain amount of subscribers and views. Go like the stream, y'all. Do it. Oh, thanks, Byron. I love you. So, on Instagram, people think if I hit 10K, I'm going to be rich. No, you don't. You do not. The only way you can earn money from monetization on Instagram is once you've hit 10K, you can have gifts. So you got to hope people will gift you for your super cool reel. Or, shit, what was the other thing again? I think from live streams, people can give you gifts as well. But there was another thing. What was the other thing? Oh, you can have your subscriber thing. If you want Danny to say I love you to you, like the stream. Oh my god, Byron. Stop. Yeah, so when you hit 10K, it's either through gifts, so people have to gift you. So you don't get paid for your views. In America, I'm pretty sure, if you just get lots of views, you will get paid a certain amount. It's kind of like YouTube, right? Like YouTube, you get 1 million views, you get paid for that 1 million views. Same with Instagram, but in America, not Australia. We do not have that. It really sucks. So Instagram, in my opinion, is not the way to earn money. If you're growing on Instagram, do it so that your name is getting out there and so that businesses will see value in hiring you. YouTube/Instagram membership thing and live gifts, I think, are the only ways. Yes. Yep. So Instagram membership, like if you can open up a subscription where you post exclusive content for your followers, and that's and people have to pay a subscription to see that stuff. But I don't know if many people do it or not. Yeah, Australia is behind the times. We are. TikTok is very similar as well. Again, you don't get paid per views and stuff at all. It's from gifts as well and from live stream gifts, or hopefully, so they have campaigns sometimes where it's like, oh, use this artist's song, and if you hit 1 million views, we'll pay you $5. And it's like, wow, oh my god, I'm in. And you're competing for money basically, and the artist is getting a bunch of exposure for free from a lot of people. It's only the top 5 that get paid. So that's the only way to get paid on TikTok. In my opinion, YouTube and Twitch are the best ways to actually make money when it comes to social media. For YouTube, 10,000 views equals $1,000. Yes. Yeah, it's something like that. So if you can grow that's why I'm trying to post across YouTube as well, because if I start getting my subscriber count up and getting more views, eventually I can start getting monetized for my YouTube, and it does add up depending on the niche. What do you mean, Byron? YouTube is a great money maker on views depending on the niche. Ad revenue. Ah, yes, yes. So that's actually a good point. Different for niches. Yeah. Different ads will want to be on your content depending on your content and your target audience. So, oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. So, I'm pretty sure we have a friend, Gary was telling us that gaming is very, yeah, what Byron said, gaming niche, low, financial advice niche, good. So gaming doesn't really get, I thought it was a standard view to dollar ratio. Um, I don't know. I just remember Gary telling us about how the ad revenue is a lot better when you do other things outside of gaming. I don't necessarily know the details of it, but to be honest, like I think about, YouTubers like Markiplier and all that, and they make a good amount of money, right, for their gaming stuff. It's not like you don't make any money, but the money could be better depending on your niche, is basically what it means. But probably have to do more research into it, because for all we know, it might have changed. Like the algorithms and stuff are changing. Now you're right, it's not standardized. Each niche makes different mullah. Oh my god, NJ! I was literally thinking of you earlier when I said be more engaging at conventions with your content. NJ does really funny videos at conventions with like hear me out things and would you rather things and tier boards where you have to put who's your top waifu in S or A. That was a really bad. That was bad. Just Control Alt Delete. Undo everything I just said. You can put the anime characters in tiers. He's really good. Check out his YouTube, guys, because he makes really good content for conventions, and that's the kind of content I would like to see more of for conventions. Was just looking for some sources, not sure if I can post links. You can if you want. I don't know if it'll block it. If it does, I can unblock it. But NJ, another great YouTuber, has confirmed it. So we have two YouTubers who have said it now. Your niche will make a difference with the mullah. But again, I feel like YouTube is probably the best way to get paid as a creator, because in Australia anyway, if you were anywhere else, like in America, you would be getting paid for your Instagram and it would be freaking awesome. But in Australia, they don't do it and it sucks. So yes, I would prioritize, like, grow all your platforms, because different companies value the numbers on different platforms. Did I get banned? No, you didn't get banned. Why? What happened? What happened? Uh, I don't see anything. I don't see anything. But it's okay. We can send a link later. It doesn't matter, Byron. You're all Gucci. No, you're still here. I'm gonna tap my screen quickly so that it doesn't think I'm dead. There we go. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Get the whale of a wash and the price. Oh my gosh. What have I done? What did I do? Don't mind me. Okay, I know that's annoying. Let's just move that to the side. Wow. Okay, cool. Damn it, I'm on a list now. Don't worry. Oh my gosh. So that is, again, this is all just my opinion. Grow your Instagram, not to get paid like for your views, because that it's not a thing in Australia yet. Grow your Instagram because you want more social proof for brands and for pitching to brands. Please try and at least cross post on not just Instagram but on YouTube Shorts too, because again, you can earn money from your YouTube Shorts, which is really good. We want money. I think I'm lagging a bit, but that could be our internet. LeMail, not the list by. um, I will move on to the next question, which is, how do you find out about events that you could work at other than cons? This is a good question. So, other than knowing about all the events that are going on, when it comes to events that I could work at, a lot of people, I feel, discoverability on Twitch or YouTube Live is really bad. So, grow elsewhere and then move the peeps. Yes. Oh, that's such a good point, Adora. So, if you already have a well established community, it makes growing on Twitch and YouTube so much easier. So, like, for example, if you have no social media presence and you go live, no one knows who you are. No one knows who the heck you are. But if you've been in a community for a long period of time and you advertise, hey guys, I'm going to go live, come check it out, you'll have more people more likely to come watch you, especially because it's a quite like personal experience. You know, when you think about this, I'm like, we're talking to each other, we're having conversations with each other. We don't really get to do that outside of work or conventions or events. So I feel like people really enjoy that connection. It feels like they're like playing the game with you or watching the game with you. Um, but yeah, that's a really good point. Grow your community. I believe people like Ludwig and Toast, they explained how they got big on Twitch or YouTube, and it was from Reddit a lot of the time, of all places. They just were part of a community in Reddit that they constantly posted in and made content about, and it was like their hyper fixation. And because the community of Reddit really liked their ideas and thoughts, and when they released videos, people would go watch it, and it just grew from there. So thank you for bringing that up. That is so important. 100% grow everywhere. Just grow. It helps. It helps a lot. Put all your eggs in different baskets. But find out about events that you could work at. So I feel like there's no limit to work. Like, a lot of time people are like, I don't know how I'm going to find work. I'm like, any product you've used in your crafting or creation of anything, go pitch to them. For example, I should be doing this. I should be taking this advice, guys. This is my advice to you though. For example, if all your costumes lately have been made with fabric from Spotlight, I hope you're tagging Spotlight in every single post that has the fabric you use from their store. Tag them every single time and mention them every single time. Like, annoy the heck out of them, because so many people do it that you're going to get drowned out. Okay? They won't know. Like, a lot of the time, they don't know you exist until you ping them, right? Like, there are so many people, like, think about cosplayers who have huge followings that you meet for the first time. You never knew existed until you went to follow them when you met them in person, right? And they have like hundreds of thousands of followers sometimes. There's so many creators like that I never knew existed until I met them in person and we exchanged social media. It's the same with companies. In my opinion, they're not going to always see you or find you. So I forgot what I was talking about. What was I talking about? Oh, yes. Like, how to find events and how to pitch and all that kind of stuff. So with events, I feel like it depends. Like, for example, if Fortress has events on, I am subscribed to their mailing list. So subscribing to mailing lists for different places is a good way to tell when events are on. A lot of the time, those events, like movie premiere events, like when you see people go to movie premieres and be like, I got invited to blah, 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 or points to illustrious foam. Yes. Oh my gosh. I love illustrious foam so much, guys. It's actually really freaking good. There's minimal dust when I sand that stuff. It's so good. I'm going off topic though. I love I love illustrious foam so much. And the Lenovo event I went to recently as well, we weren't paid to be there. That was a free invite event, right? And the only reason why a lot of us creators get invited to these things is because we subscribe to mailing lists or we apply for agencies. And they want, the more creators they have promoting the event for free, the better it looks for not just the agency, but for the business itself that wants to promote their work, right? So that isn't paid work. I want to put that out there. Whenever you see people going to movie premieres or events like that, they're not being paid to be there. It's just a little invite and it's for fun and it's great. And it's good to meet people and connect and network and blah, blah, blah. But the only way to get invited to those things all the time is to be on the mailing list and subscribe and just look into everything. It is hard. I feel like a lot of this stuff is kind of gate kept because the only way I found out about a lot of these is from people telling me they're getting paid via exposure. Yes, which is a trap. Yes, 100%. They're getting paid via exposure. Um, there's probably like one person sometimes at these things who is paid, but a lot of the time no one's paid. Um, what was I saying? This is so bad. I always lose my train of thought. I forgot what I was saying. Um, yeah, they're not getting paid, and yeah, it feels a bit gate kept with the invitation thing. The only way I found out about a lot of agencies and stuff like that is because someone told me about it, and someone probably told them about it, right? It's not actually like easy to find or public knowledge, and I'm giving this to you guys because I want people to know about it. I'll put links somewhere, maybe in my Instagram or something, for all the different agencies you can apply for and subscribe to. You're getting distracted in real time, and it's so funny. I am. It's really bad because, like, my brain is going overdrive, right? My brain is focusing so hard, and then it's like, what? Like, you know that ringing sound when a grenade goes off in video games? That's what happens when I forget my train of thought. Not gonna lie. Um, but yeah, applying for these agencies will help you know about events, get invited to events, be offered opportunities, um, and that's basically it. You just have to research, honestly, and word of mouth. Like, if you're not active online, you're not going to know when things are on. Like, it's if you're never on your phone. I know this sounds really bad because I try to avoid being on my phone a lot, but so many times things have been on, I didn't know about it because I'm not on social media. Like, that's the best place to find when things are on. Same with TikTok is great too. Um but there's so many different ways to help businesses. Like, even if you find a cute bar you really like and you want to do cosplay photos there, and maybe this bar just opened up, or they're new, or they want more business, you could easily pitch them and be like, hey, can I do a photo shoot in your bar? Um, and it'll be good publicity for you, and we can collaborate. Like, maybe you have more followers than them, and you could be like, you know, um, it depends. You can be like, I want to be paid this much, or give me an open tab when I come here with my friends next weekend. I don't fucking know. Whatever you want. Preferably ask to get paid, but you could pitch to anything. Honestly, just be like, look, we're a spectacle, we look cool, and if we create really cool photos, people will want to go there. That's how you can pitch. But with events, again, you just have to be asking and knowing people. Build some rapport first if you can. Oh, 100% makes a difference. Yeah, it makes a big difference. If you can make genuine connections with people, it makes a huge difference. Like, I I always feel like I lucked out with things, and then Byron would be like, "It's just because people like you." And I'm like, "Oh, oh shit, that's awesome." Because I never, the way I first got a lot of my gigs was just because people liked me and they just wanted to help me. Um, and I'm like, wow, that's really nice. So I didn't know a lot of things. Being liked makes a big difference. Yeah. If you're a prick, no one wants to do anything nice for you. Everyone's like, you know what? I hope you never get anything. Being nice isn't hard and helps so much. 100%. 100% agree. It really goes a long way. And you can tell when someone's being fake. I have pretty good intuition, I feel, and I can tell when a vibe is off or when someone is being fake or lying. Catch more bees with honey. That is true. That is true. More bees, more bees, more honey. More honey, more bees. Sorry. I mean, either works, I guess. But yeah, I like when I was first in this community and being active in it, I genuinely love people. Like, I'm like a dog that needs to go walkies and meet and like see people. That's just me. Like, I love people. I'm like, oh my god, I need to go say hi to all the people. And you're cosplaying my favorite character. I lose my shit. I'm like, you look amazing. Please, can I get a photo? Please let me worship you on social media. You are amazing. Um, and that's how I built a lot of connections with people. And things just kind of grow from there. Yeah, you're very likable. Thanks, Phil. Stop it. No being nice to me. It feels really weird. It's like don't ride my peewee. Stop it. I'm gonna get embarrassed. But it does make a big difference. You don't have to be like Danny though. No, you don't. Like if you're an introvert and you don't want to talk to people, that's fine. But you do need to talk to people. Never mind. I take back what I said. Be interested in them. That is true. You do need to talk to people. But if you don't want to, it is fine. Just know that it makes a big difference. Being likable and approachable makes a world of difference. 100%. Golden retriever energy. Yeah. Yeah, literally. Genuine interest. And if you're not interested, don't force it. Yeah. If they're like, let's say you're invited to an event and you actually don't really care about the products or the company and what they do, don't try and get something out of them because they'll be able to tell and you'll probably hate doing the work for them. Like you want to enjoy the work you're doing. This is going to sound so funny. I won't do work unless it suits my audience, right? Talking to one person at an event is better than talking to none. You never know who you might meet. Exactly. If you're scared of talking to people, I want everyone next time next time you're at a convention, talk to at least 5 new people. If you can do that, I'll be so proud of you. That's it. That's your award. I'll be proud of you. I mean, heck, me and NJ here, we met because he approached me at Oz Comic Con a few years ago for that little hear me out video. I'll never forget. Yeah, it was so yeah, 5. You could do, bro, you talk to like so many new people at conventions. You do more than 5. You do so much more than 5. 5 is a lot. Guys, 5 is not a lot. What? That's like 3 one day, 2 the next day. Adora, half the time I am introducing you to 5 people at a time. 5 more than 5. No, Byron, we start little, baby step. I was going to say 1. I'm like, 1 is like nothing. That's so easy. A friend will introduce you to someone. I like this homework. Good. Good job. 55. No, not 55. Sorry, can't be mean to you. Maybe Byron. Byron would love you to be mean to him. Lemayo, it's easy when you have a reason to talk to people, like if it's for a video. I mean, that still counts. If you're talking to people for a video, I will say that counts as talking to 5 new people because it's part of the rapport, like the experience and building the good relationship. You know what I mean? Like if you had never spoken to me for a video, we wouldn't have like had this connection. You know, it makes a big difference. Byron can take it. Byron can take it. And I am like the scared hamster meme. Yeah, literally. But you do so well. Like all my friends who say they're scared of talking to people and then I introduce them and then they just start talking. I'm like, see, you can do it. If I'm not filming anything, I'm struggling. That is fair. That is really fair. Nah, you're really good to talk to. Throwing compliments about people's cosplays always works for me. Yeah, I agree. The way I start conversations, especially if it's a character I really love, I'll be like, I love this costume. I'll be like, did you make it? If they say no, I'll be like, it still looks amazing. I love the wig. Like, where'd you get it from? Your makeup looks great. What brands did you use? Are you here all weekend? Do you live in Sydney? What are your plans? Are you having fun? Like, there are so many questions. Are you up to date with the anime? Have you read the manga? Like, it just goes on from there. Probably don't ask that many questions because they'll be like, okay, can I leave now? You're asking too many questions. I want to explore with my friends. Please stop talking to me. One is like talking to someone going to the con on public transport. Yeah. Yes. That's such a vibe. That is such a vibe. I've made friends from that in the past. A small group of people who are all scared hamsters. Yep. Goddamn, everyone write these down. Danny out here interrogating. Yeah. So where do you live? Did you come alone? No, stop. Stop it. Don't quote me on that. Bro just ratted out a good question list. They kind of come naturally, like because I think I'm just really curious about people too. Or I start asking, are you going to go to the next convention? And if they're like, oh, this is my only con for the year, I'll be like, have you heard about these conventions? Or if you like video games, PAX is really good. And then I just talk about PAX and like you can easily keep building shit from there if you want to. You don't have to. You can literally leave it as, you look amazing. Can I get your Instagram? Like, I'd love to connect. It was so nice meeting you. Can we get a selfie? And I tag, guys, advice, when you take a selfie with someone, get them to type their Instagram then and there on the selfie. You will never find them if you don't. You will not remember who they are when you have to tag photos after the con. Post it then and there. I beg of you. Save yourself the time and effort. What's your bank details? Yeah, what's the 3-digit number on the back? Where's your wallet? Credit card details? Let's get it. 3 numbers on the back too. How much money do you have? All right, boys, I gotta head. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Thanks, NJ, for popping by. See ya. I speak to too many people, I feel. Never such thing as too many. Bye, my salesman. Instagram is such a good method of connecting. 100%. It's so good. And it's so crazy. This is a funny story. Okay, I've like bounced around. First, I'll get to the, I don't know if I could say this word. Okay, so I was talking about sometimes I decline pitches, like, not pitches, but like, I don't know, people wanting me to do work for them because it doesn't align with my audience. Recently, I had a company reach out to me being like, we really think your profile suits our vibe. We'll send you this for free. Can you do content on it? And it was a toy, if you know what I mean. It was a certain kind of toy that should not be made public. And I was like, I don't think that really aligns with my audience. Just because we're degenerate weebs doesn't mean we live off of toys. But what cons are on the list for this year? Any international ones? Oh, I really want to go to the con in Singapore, but we shall see. I would love to go to BlizzCon. I would love to go to Worlds, but we shall see what the universe brings to us. Oh, yeah, it was one of those. And I was like, I don't care how much money you're going to give me to advertise your toy. I am not doing it. Because it's like, no, that does not fit my audience. Yeah, that was the one little thing I wanted to add in there. And before that, Jack says she speaks to too many people. I do not agree. I think it's good you speak to a lot of people. Oh Lord. Yeah, it was a time. Yeah, if you get a selfie with someone, tag them then and there, and when you add it to your story, because it makes it so much easier. Oh, what is Byron microwaving? Is it food? Is he gonna share? Did you hear him? I don't know. Byron, what are you microwaving? We don't have food. Do we have food? Maybe he's cooking oats. He has food. I don't. Yeah, he said it. Oats. Fucking oats. I don't want oats with protein powder. No. No. I'm like that cat there. Okay, so at Anamaga this year, I ended up reconnecting with 2 cosplayers. They remembered me. No, it wasn't Bad Jack and Phil. It was actually pretty cute. Like, not gonna lie, their products look great, but I'm like, I won't advertise it. So this was Phil. I don't know if you remember this. Phil was there. So I was in this costume. Oz Comic Con a few years ago. I reconnected with these 2 cosplayers I had dragged into one of my silly little video ideas where we were doing this. We were just running around like this to the Take On Me song. And I just grabbed these 2 random cosplays. I'm like, would you like to be part of my brain rot? And they were like, okay. And then they joined in. And they remembered me. They remembered me years later. I hadn't seen them since then. I went up to them at Anamaga and was like, you should do UA Studios. Like, if there's space, you can do a free shoot. It's really cool. And they were like, wait, I think we're following you. Do you remember us? And I was like, explain. They're like, at Oz Comic Con, we're the people you dragged us in to dance. And I'm like, oh my God, I do remember you guys. You guys were the best. And it was really funny. But that experience they remembered me from that experience, which was crazy. If I had never gotten those 2 strangers to do a silly little dance with me, we never would have had that moment. I think that's special. I really like that kind of stuff. Like, there's another cosplayer who was like, oh, do you remember me? I was the pyramid head who stepped on you. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember you. I remember you. True story, by the way. Gold Nova, my first time at Gold Coast Supernova, Mummy Pyramid Head. I'm like, You could say no, and I'm sorry if this is weird, but can I have a photo of you staring on me? That's how you make connections, guys. That's how you do it. People gotta remember. Yeah. Yeah. So just like I think I just let the I'm just myself, I guess. People will remember how you treat them. Oh, 100%. 100%. Yeah. That was like I remember a lot of the girls at Smash Chibi had met Byron for the first time and they remembered him afterwards and thanked him and messaged him personally, and we still have that connection with them because of this. He went and got everyone like food and water because everyone was dying, right? And I think at this time a lot of the um I can't remember what was. Sorry? Yes, Luca as well. Yes, I didn't even. Luca was so humble. He didn't even say that he helped or anything. He kind of was just like he literally didn't say anything. He was so good. Yeah, so Byron and Luca and Soda Water, they all went to get food for all of us girls. And everyone just appreciated it so much. Like just that effort to go out of your way to buy food for people and not expect anything in return is just crazy. Because you care, like showing that you care for people, that you're willing to like go out of your way for them, it makes a big difference. I've had people snob me off and ignore me and then reach out to me when I could do something for them. Like I will remember you. 100%. I've had that before too. They're good people. They are. No, not the oats, Byron. Gross. YouTube's gonna flag that. Look, I used to like oats, but when I had two moments in hospital where I couldn't eat solids and I had to live off shit like oats, and so I'm like, I don't want to eat oats ever again. So yeah, I'm traumatized. Um, I've had that before too, Jack. So it's so funny how different people treat you when you're in cosplay versus out of cosplay. Some people who would normally come up to me and be like, "Oh my god," blah, blah, blah," will ignore me when I'm out of cosplay. I don't know why, but some or they would just like snob me off as well, or they'd be like, "Oh yeah, hi," and sometimes I'm like, "Oh, they probably just don't recognize me," so I'll be like, "Oh, I don't know if you remember me. I'm Daniela," and they'll be like, "Oh yeah," and I'm like, "Oh, they hate me." Get fiber into you from the oats. Yeah, get them oats in ya. Also, when you start gaining followers, yeah, people will start randomly. You will notice some people will suddenly be less standoffish because they think they can gain something from you, or people think because you have a high following, you're powerful now, and so they have to kiss your ass. But that's all bullshit. The alter ego has been dropped. All the power. No. um, like there's this funny misconception that if a cosplayer has like even 1,000 followers, they are powerful, and if you don't do as they say, they will destroy you. That's all bullshit. Okay, that is all bullshit. They do not have power. Okay, 10K is like the new 1K. Yeah, there are still people like. Okay, so it's so funny. It's all about perspective, right? As you grow, so when you first hit 200 followers, right? Like your first milestone you want to hit is 200 or something, or 500. When you hit that, you're like, oh my God, like you get really excited and you're like, I have that many followers. That's really cool. And then you see someone with 700 followers and you look up to them because they have more followers than you. Then you reach that following and you don't see it that way anymore. And you're like, oh, this is normal. Nothing's changed. It's kind of like when you have a birthday, nothing changes. It's the same with followers. You know, you just get older. That it's the same with your following. The number just gets higher, but you are still the same person. And it's the same with everyone else. No, everyone is still a human. Um, I think people forget that. Doesn't change much. No. No. Still gotta work. Yep. You still gotta work. You still gotta be a good person. And then again, the same applies when you look up to 1,000, you hit 1,000, you're like, oh, it's the same. I'm still the same, and everyone else is still the same. And then you hit 10K and or 100K, and it literally you are the same person, and everyone with little or more followers is the same person. Um, I don't know if that makes sense. I'm basically saying try not to put people on a pedestal depending on their following, or be threatened by them depending on their following. Yeah, exactly. Just be a good person. Because even if you have a high following, if you're an asshole, no one's going to want to support you and you're going to be very lonely. Yes, it makes sense. Thank you, Adora. I sometimes am like, am I rambling? Does this make sense? Do I need to shut up? But if you understand, then I'm happy. Um, yeah, don't put people on pedestals, guys. It's also not very healthy because if you do, then you make excuses for people to treat you like shit, in my opinion. There's nothing wrong with admiring people. Like, there are a lot of cosplayers that I absolutely admire their work and I love it. But would I choose them over my friends? Hell no. Okay? Like, my friends come first because they've been there for me through everything. And I think that's very important. It's a very, that's like my morals anyway. Um, Big in number isn't better person. We all just peeps doing the thing. Literally. Thank you, EC. Well said. Put that on a shirt. Here, here. Hell yeah. So I really want people to be aware of that mindset. Like, I know there are some bullies in the community that will bully you because they have a higher following, like try and isolate you. Um, don't buy into it. Like, keep doing what you love, basically. And I feel like everyone's been through it at some point where someone's tried to like spread shit about you and like try to push you out of a circle or out of a space. I am too stubborn to allow someone else to stop me from doing what I love. Like, the thought of me stopping what I love because someone was mean to me is like crazy to me. That I would hate to tell my grandkids, yeah, I gave up on my dreams because someone was mean to me. Like, that is cringe. Cringe as hell. Um I say that in jest, of course. Like, I get the pain of it all. Yeah, we are all just wanting to live our best lives. Hell yeah. All Southie. Don't admire Danny. when when Danny wants a cheeseburger, we get cheeseburger. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, don't I always feel really not uncomfortable, but if it sounds bad, I accept compliments, but I almost talk them down from saying things like, "Oh my god, you're famous." And I'm like, "If I was famous, you would have known me before you saw my Instagram." Um so a lot of the time I don't want people to think I'm like this famous crazy wow person. I want people to just see me for who I am. And I feel like everyone feels like that, right? Like, everyone wants to be seen for who they are. Wow, person. Yeah. I see Byron as Byron. This might sound crazy, but when me and Byron first started dating, there were people who were saying that I'm only dating him because he has a high following. I'm like, yeah, it's the following, not the fact that he's hot. Totally, guys. No, it wasn't just because you're hot, Byron. I'm sorry. But the thing is, people are like that. People will make excuses for your growth. They'll be like, they're only growing because they're friends with this person. They're only dating that person because they're big. They're blah, blah, blah. Kids. Ooh. No, it's because he's a cutie patootie. Exactly. He is. He is cute. But like, I'm leaving. Bye, guys. He's embarrassed. You can't leave. I'm right here. um, but I genuinely just, we got to know each other and I really liked his values and his personality, and he was, hardworking. We just connected like that. Message retracted. Why was it retracted? What is it? I need to see it. That's so funny. Damn. Oh my god, that's hilarious. But I think the same thing applies to everyone else. Like, even when I meet people like my heroes, they say, when you meet they say, never meet your heroes. When I meet my heroes, I'm like, please don't be a cunt. Like, please don't be bad. Please don't be a really big poo head. I would be so sad if you were, because if they are, then I'm no longer a fan. If I meet someone I admire and they end up being an ass, my admiration just goes out the window. Byron getting objectified. All right, enough about me. I'm sorry, Byron. I'm stopping. But yeah, I would say apply that to everyone that you meet. Like, big or small creators, if they're a good person, then value that connection with that person. If they're not a good person, then stop forcing yourself to be around them. Okay? You don't need them. I'm just saying. OMG, when a singer is a bad person and now I can't listen to their music anymore, I'm like, same with movies. There are people like on the files, right, in movies, and I'm like, oh, Guys, why? Now I can't watch that movie ever again. Nah, listen anyway. Shut up, Byron. Shut up. Stop it. Yeah, it's hard, man. It is hard. No, I do not want them to gain money. Appreciate the art. Disconnect the person. I feel like that really depends, right? I feel like it really depends on what they did. They're gonna gain it anyway. No, shut up. Don't listen to him. Do whatever you want. Everyone has different morals. Um, but always remember that everyone has a bad slash hard day from time to time. Oh, 100%. I I usually give people like three strikes and you're out kind of dealio because I know people get tired and people have hard times. Sometimes people really just don't want to talk to you and they don't have to talk to you. And people also don't have to want to be your friend. Like just because someone doesn't want to be your friend doesn't mean they're a bad person. Some people just, you also don't have to like everyone. You don't have to befriend everyone and they don't have to give you their time. I had some person once was like, said that I was bad because I wasn't responding to their messages all the time or enough. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but you're not a priority. I have, like, this is going to sound bad. That sounds really mean. That came out mean, but it's true. So everyone has their really close friend groups that they prioritize, right? That you pin or that you have flagged and stuff like that. Um, and a lot of the time they're prioritized because you always have plans together. A lot of the time you are doing things together, and so you need to be in contact to know when things are happening. Um, so I will prioritize my friends over random people who just want my attention. Pirate. Um, First appearances can be that bad day, so it's best to just be fair. 100%. Sometimes they're just an introvert and are scared of people. All valid. 100%. I I've never had a problem with an introvert. Even maybe it's because they I just ask them so many questions. I think I think the only I don't even know if I had a bad experience with people when I first met them. I think the only bad experiences I've had is when I've been insulted, like to my face. I'm like, oh, that's pretty shit. I just fucking met you, but okay, we're gonna be like that, are we? When I get insulted, I remember it, but I'm like, maybe I just struck a nerve. Like I sometimes give too many chances, or if I'm trying to have conversation with them and they just keep going, yeah, or like ignoring me or brushing me off, I'm like, okay, they really don't want to talk right now. I will leave them be. Those are the only bad experiences I've had, but they're not that bad. I feel like the insulting one is the worst one. The brushing me off because they don't want to talk is fine. I know some people are very like they want to not sheltered, but they don't want to connect with too many people because they're scared because they probably had bad experiences with like parasocial things and stuff like that. Um Calling me out on stream, I see. I just yeah, I feel like because so this is going to sound funny. I am the oldest sister and my two younger sisters are introverts. So I think that might be why as an extrovert I understand introverts really well and I communicate really well with them because a lot of the time I remember my sisters would get the shits that people would be like, why aren't you talking, why aren't you doing this, like they have expectations of how they want them to react and talk and be, and they just want to be themselves, like they just don't want to be loud and they don't want to be engaged, like they're engaged quietly, like they like absorbing the information and speaking when they feel necessary, if that makes sense, like they don't want to, yeah. So that's why I usually ask introverts questions. And a lot of the time it starts up conversations because it's like they feel like they have a reason to talk now. Not everyone's like that. That's just my experience with my sisters. But yeah. I think that's all the questions actually. I rambled a lot longer than I thought. Um Again, with your social media, remember if you want paid work, your social media is basically your resume and your portfolio. And if you're not very family friendly, it is going to be a struggle to get certain gigs because a lot of places want people who are family friendly. So, and by family friendly, I mean like, like swearing is okay, but excessive swearing, it's like, okay, you got to be careful. I feel like you guys get it when I say be family friendly, right? Like for example, Nintendo's not gonna want to work with someone who's like got the bad dragons out everywhere, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Best time to post on Insta on the East Coast, morning or evening? Ooh, that's a good question. So I feel like it really depends because at one point the best time for me to post was at like 3 or 4 p.m. But now that my audience has started hitting the Americans, I've been told by Instagram to post more at 12 p.m. because 12 p.m. I think is like 7 p.m. in America, and a lot of them are active at that time. So it can change. So I feel like I don't know if everyone has it. If you haven't done so yet, set your profile to creator profile, and then every week or month it'll do a recap and it'll tell you the best times to post. You just have to look at your statistics, but honestly, posting anytime and every day is good. And you can also test it through trial reels. Depends on your audience. Social should give you analytics. Yeah. Of when your peeps are alive and not sleeping. Yeah, 100%. So I think about so at the moment my Instagram is telling me Thursday is a really good day to post, and usually between 9 and 12 p.m., right? Which is so funny because most Australians on a Thursday at 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. are at work, right? But because I've been hitting a lot of the Americans, I think that's why it's telling me to post at those times. But at the same time, I think about if people have work on a weekday, sometimes in the morning while they're having breakfast, they'll be on Instagram, or on their lunch break, they'll be on Instagram. So it honestly really depends. I would, yeah, just go through your analytics. And I think you can export it, and you could probably see if you can upload it somewhere to check it. I don't know, but yeah. I think initially mine was saying to post at 3 p.m., but now I post at 12 p.m. I like trying to hit the American audiences more, only because I feel like I've already hit a lot of the Australian market now, and I want to branch out internationally. Um, there was something else I was going to say, and post the content even if you're not sure if it'll do well. Yes, that's a very good point. There's something that Byron taught me was just post it. If you really don't want it to go to your main feed, just post it in your trial reels. If you're not sure about trial reels, when you go to post a reel, if you scroll down, you'll see it says trial reels and you toggle it on, and it won't post to your main feed, it'll post to your non-followers only. Some of my reels, people might have noticed, I'll just post them on the day and it'll already have like a high following, or not following, high views or high likes. It's because I have graduated it from my trials, and it's been like fermenting. That sounds weird. Marinating sounds better. Um, in the trials. Some of my best posts are the random ones I was not expecting. Oh, 100%. But I devs use my analytics to determine when to post. Yeah. In edits, I think edits has really good analytics. So when you go to edits, you can see the stats really well. I film so much and then I get too scared to post. Like, man, no one cares. I'm a silly little guy. Yeah, I feel like that's a big hurdle to get over initially, but once you just start, it makes a big difference. You posted the reel of the food, the lolly ring on the spiky thing. I was very proud of you for doing that. You're on the right track already. Like, just post all the silly shit. Um Anyways, gonna head off and start cooking dinner. Have fun. Hopefully we'll see you soon. Thank you so much for being here, Phil. Farewell and enjoy dinner. Have you noticed with brands if they are looking for certain benchmarks with your socials before wanting to work with you? 10K followers, big engagement. So that is a good question. A lot of my first gigs, I believe I got before I even hit 10K. I feel like the first thing a lot of these businesses look at is how do I explain it? How you appear and your personality. So if you can really show your personality and the kind of stuff you do through your content, like I like to be funny, right? Well, I try. I can't say I am because I don't know. Um, yeah, your brand. Thank you. I like to make a lot of crafting videos and tutorials, but I also like to do a lot of silly stuff, like relatable things that make people laugh and feel connected to my content. Like, oh my God, I have been there. I'm the same. Um, and if companies value that, it's actually a good question because a lot of the time I'm like, how did you find me and why did you choose me? I'm like, why do you want this? I'm fucking crazy. But yeah, I think the following does help a lot, but I also feel that I also have a LinkedIn, guys. Set up your LinkedIn as well. I feel that maybe having my portfolio, my media kit, and everything easy to access helps a lot. If you don't have a way for people to see your engagement, it it makes it a bit difficult. I feel it really depends on the brand too. Some brands have no clue. Like they just see high following, they're like, "Yep, you." But that high following might have been bought and they have shit engagement. And then there are brands who don't care about the following and want the engagement. If you have good engagement, it's like good engagement is the most important in my opinion. Like you don't have to have a big following to have good engagement. Um there's like this misconception that the more followers, the better. And although that is great, I truly believe Instagram isn't pushing followers as much as it used to, and it's now pushing the engagement more than anything. That's why it's rewarding the watch time on Reels, and it's rewarding people who comment because that's all engagement. It's not about like it doesn't tell you, it'll tell you sometimes how many followers you've gained from Reels or this person followed you from this Reel, but it's not the main thing to focus on. I would definitely say work on engagement. Try and respond to all your comments and engage in comments. If you comment on a lot of people's stuff too, you will, I'm pretty sure this is still a thing. Correct me if I'm wrong, Byron. This was a thing. The more you comment on people's stuff, the more you also will appear in their feed. Because I feel like Instagram believes, oh, you guys are interacting, you must like each other and want to see each other's stuff. So showing the Instagram you're alive and that you're a person and to you want to be put out there and that people might want to see you helps, and then you get more comments on your stuff too. I post right before bedtime and then I immediately go to bed so I don't worry about it. Your brand alignment is better than followers. Yes, exactly. So I did have a fabric company reach out to me and I should probably just ask them. I'm not sure how they found me because they're American, but it just sometimes happens. Huh? I didn't know that about commenting. Ooh, yeah. Commenting is really good. If you comment on other people's stuff, because I feel like from experience, when I've commented on other people's stuff, suddenly their stuff starts appearing more in my feed. You might notice that. Like all your friends' stuff that you comment on, you probably will see more of it. And it's really funny because we don't really notice it because we're just used to it now. But yeah, the more you comment on stuff, the more likely, in my opinion, you are to be pushed out there. It could have changed though. Initially, this is what it was like. I still believe it to be true, but I haven't checked yet. I still do it anyway because I just like engaging with people's stuff, but it's also good practice. Try and respond to all the comments. Um, but yeah, I feel like if all you have is 1,000 followers, you can still get brand deals. Just as long as you're consistent and you're not like a dead account, it's awesome. If you can do more reels as well, because brands, very rarely do I have brands ask for posts. They always want reels because brands understand reels are like it's all about reels now. Because TikTok, I think, is what really changed that. TikTok like took over, and then Instagram was like, okay, we need to keep up, and then YouTube was like, okay, we need to keep up. So it's all about video format. Um, but yeah, you don't even have to review things paid if you want to be noticed. Like, let's just say you bought something that you really like. Like some people do it for Pokemon cards, right? You bought a box of Pokemon cards, film opening them, and then they might want to work with you. I don't know if I answered the question properly. I think I did. But yeah, engagement is most important. Um, Try and respond to all the comments. Try and comment on people's stuff. I would say at least comment on 3 people's stuff. Okay. So after you've posted and before you've posted, comment on at least 3 people's posts. That's your homework. Okay. At conventions, talk to 5 people, 5 new people. And on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube, after you've posted, comment on 3 people's posts. Try and keep doing that. Yeah. I think that is everything unless anyone has any other questions. But yeah, just be more engaged with the platform. If you just post and run, it's not going to do as well, in my opinion. And don't be too hard on yourself. Like if you post and you don't have the spoons to comment and do all the stuff I spoke about, that is fine. You don't have to. You can do it tomorrow. That is completely fine. But I feel like at least rapport building, it's important, okay, like with your audience. Because like it feels good when your comment is responded to. Like your followers feel dopamine when you notice them, senpai, right? If you create something and they say you look amazing, you go, oh my god, thank you, it feels special. It's like, oh my god, they don't just see me as a number, they care that I'm here. So that is my last bit of advice. So try and post more. The more you post, the more likely brands will find you, but you need to put yourself out there. Even at conventions, pitch to the exhibitors. Okay, they're clearly the ones with the money that the conventions are getting like a running off of. Pitch to them. Pitch to everyone. Yeah. I think that's about it, guys. I think we're done. Any more questions before I leave? Yeah, I think I answered everything. Apologies that it was a bit of a ramble. We got there in the end. But I appreciate everyone who popped by and happily joined in the conversation and asked questions. What's for dinner? That's a good question. I'm freaking starving. Winner chicken dinner. Maybe we'll have chicken as well. Everyone's having chicken. Good chat. So many helpful tips. Thank you. Thank you for supporting as well. I appreciate you all, and I'm glad it was helpful. Ask me anytime. Like I'm open to messages if you're curious about how much to charge for anything. Again, this is just my experience so far, so please take it with a grain of salt. I am still learning. Everything is like experience and opinion based. There is no like right or wrong way to do it. Like we're all figuring it out together, in my opinion. I'm just gonna tap the screen just in case. We're all figuring it out together. Yes, this is very helpful. Charge millions. Stonks. Yeah. Again, I will hopefully do this again sometime when I have more information to give you guys. And hopefully you will be there for my journey on trying to grow on YouTube. So yeah, thank you all again so much. I really appreciate it. Again, I'm still learning and I hope this was helpful and I hope it saves you some time. Yeah. Farewell. Bye bye.